What did you see from Abu Bakr as-Siddiq? Prophet ﷺ said that he is the one whose sunnah you take. What did you see from him? Because there's a difference between saying that we don't make taqleed of any single Sahabi. Of course we don't. And if the Sahaba they differ, we take the affair back to Allah and His Messenger. Because that's the usloob that we use with regard to the Sahaba. We don't single out a single Sahabi and say, I saw things from him. Man anta. Who are you to speak in this unbefitting manner concerning the Sahaba? Yes, certain Mashaykh criticize Maktab al-Salafiyya. No problem. Is the criticism based upon dalil or evidence? One of the criticisms that they make against Maktab al-Salafiyya is that don't go to Maktab al-Salafiyya. I advise you don't take knowledge from them. This is the speech of Shaykh Wasiullah. It's not hidden, so I'm not, if I don't mention his name, then you're going to say, oh, he was talking about Wasiullah, but he didn't name him. I'd name him. Shaykh Wasiullah, hafidhahullah ta'ala, said, do not go to Maktab al-Salafiyya. When Abu Hakeem and Abu Khadeejah come to the United States, Shaykh Falah was with us, by the way, in America. Abu Hakeem couldn't make it, I went. And Shaykh Falah was there. So, they started distributing in America, the wing of Fatwa-Online in America. Say, look, we've got, waving that paper in the air outside the masajid. Don't go. Wasiullah said don't go. Shaykh Wasiullah said don't go. Said, okay. Let us listen to what Shaykh Wasiullah said. Why you don't go? One of the criticisms that Shaykh Wasiullah had was that the brothers at Maktab al-Salafi and Abu Khadeejah criticize Jam'iyyah Ahlul Hadith, Jam'iyyat Ihya Turath al-Islami. That's the reason. That's one of the reasons he used. And then he used other reasons, but they never, likewise, they were all general and mujmal and nothing specific. Criticism of Suhaib Hassan, criticism of Ahlul Hadith, criticism of Green Lane, criticism of, individuals like Abu Usama because they praise Abu Usama. That these were the reasons why you don't take knowledge from Abu Hakeem or Abu Khadeejah or Maktab al-Salafiyya. So now when we look at the reasons, say, okay, who's right in actuality? Is Maktab al-Salafiyya right in this affair? Or Shaykh Wasiullah? Who's right? We say, Ihya Turath, you should not cooperate with them. What Shaykh Wasiullah says, cooperate with them. Who's right and who's wrong? I'm asking you, ya ikhwan. Maktab al-Salafiyya. And Shaykh Muqbil, and Shaykh al-Albani, and Shaykh Rabi', and Muhammad bin Hadi, and Ubaid al-Jabri, Ahmed Bazmoul, Shaykh Hassan al-Banna. How many Mashaykh? They're all upon this issue. So that criticism, cross it off. As for saying that Abu Khadeejah said that the only reason that I criticize them is because of the fact that they take money from Ihya Turath. That's kadib. That's not my only criticism of them. My criticism of Jam'iyyat Ahl Hadith with regard to Ihya Turath is that their manhaj is one manhaj by their own admittance. And they cooperate with them and they work with them. I don't know how much money they give to them. I'm not going to speculate upon that. I know money is exchanged. How much? I don't know. Allahu a'lam. I don't have access to their bank accounts. But I know that they cooperate with them. They call their speakers over. They visit them. They visit each other. And they are one and the same by their own admission. And I've got the actual magazine itself. Actual magazine, Al-Furqan of Jam'iyyat Ihya Turath, with an article by the head of Ahl Hadith in there, in which they say we are one, our manhaj is one, and our path is one, and we are united, we are one and the same. It's you talking, not me talking. I didn't put words into your mouth. And you cooperate with Ahlul Bid'ah. You heard of Ilyas Kirmani? What a joke. I've known this man since 1998. 1988. I'm going to let you into a secret. The man came and spoke to me about Salafiyya. I'd heard it from others before, but he was from those individuals who came to me and he said, he didn't mention the word Salafi because we never used to have this term in those days. Quran, Sunnah, don't grave worship, this kind of speech. He was one of them. I've known him since 1988. He was at the same university as me. I think he was a couple of years ahead of me, but same university as me. I've known him personally, had dinner with him. He used to invite me to do lectures at his masjid, or one of the masjid that he had access to in Bradford. I know the man. When the fitna of Suhaib Hassan began in the mid-90s, he took the side of Suhaib Hassan initially. But I knew him. By that time, I'd known him for 7 years. So I picked up the phone and I said, Brother Ilyas, let me give you some nasiha. don't burn yourself with Suhaib Hassan. When the janazah is prayed, you don't want to be in the coffin with him. Not that we're going to kill the man. We're talking about in terms of refutation. So I said, don't. So then I spoke to him for ages on the phone, for a long time. And he submitted. He said, khalas, it's clear to me. Me and Suhaib Hassan, over. Then he fell into the fitna of Abu Alia and some other people with regard to Jimas. Pulled him out of that. Spoke to him. And over time we spoke to him, and then he completely cut off, wouldn't speak, wouldn't come to us, came nowhere near us. And then he ended up back with Suhaib Hassan and Jam'iyyat Ahl al-Hadith. How many lectures? If you go into the history, and that's why it's worth archiving, ya ikhwan. If you ever find a leaflet, archive it. History is important. Scholars of history used to write the books of history. Why? Because it's important for us to learn from history. It's not to say that we didn't make mistakes. It's not to say that we have not called people over. Ali Hassan came to our conference in 2000. Ali Hassan al-Halabi. But when he was refuted, we dumped him. Fawzi al-Athari came to our conference, Bahraini, came to our conference more than once. When the scholars refuted him and he deviated, we left him. Because we have no scruples with regard. We're not going to defend a person when he's upon the truth, we're with him. Because this is the haqq that he has. Anyone sitting in front of me now is upon Salafiyah. You have a right that I defend you and protect you so long as I know that you're Salafi and praise you. If I know you're Salafiyah, why not? But the day that you deviate, what do I do now? Stay quiet? No, I say, be careful. This man used to be Salafi. Now he's joined Ikhwan al-Muslimin. Or he's joined the Shia. Waliyadu billah. Why? Because this is our way. When a person is upon the haqq, we give him his haqq. We give him his right. So Ilyas Kirmani, this one from Bradford. So all of these years he's been going to Green Lane. Look at the posters and leaflets. Have you seen them? If you ever saw them, from the late 90s onwards. Green Lane Mosque, some of the Ahlul Hadith Masajid in Bradford, in those areas around there, all the time they're together in their conferences. Ilyas Kirmani, Abu Usama, who else? Yasir Qadi. Yasir Qadi was with their crew as well. Right, which they find hard now to refute him. What's the hardship? He was with you, you found he's deviated, refute him. But the problem is when you refute him, you're going to be refuting yourself because you're still on some of what he's upon. That's why they don't refute these individuals. Now Ilyas Kirmani has joined what? Respect Party. Socialist Democratic Party. This individual. How people, ya ikhwan, a'udhu billah, a'udhu billahi min al-fitan, a'udhu billahi min al-fitan, a'udhu billahi min al-fitan. We seek refuge in Allah from trials and tribulations. This man now has entered into a socialist democratic party, calling the people to vote for him, praising the kuffar, praising individuals in his party, Hizb. Ainul Hizbiyah. This, you want to know what this is Hizbiyah. Respect Party is my party. This is what they say. My party. Support my party. Vote for my party. Put my party in power. I will defend my party. Don't criticize my party. Don't criticize the leadership of this party. Hizbiyah. Ainul Hizbiyah. If you want to know the meaning of fanaticism and partisanship, look at what this man has fallen into. Protecting a socialist democratic party, protecting them, supporting them, calling others to support them, calling the Muslims to unite. No matter what background you come from, he says, no matter which sect that you belong to, support us, join our Hizb. Ilyas Kirmani. Green Lane, quiet. Why are they quiet? This Jam'iyyat Ahl al-Hadith. Because Ilyas's counterpart in Birmingham is a woman by the name of Salma Ya'aqub. Right? Do you know what a bandana is? That's her hijab. Right? Just a little thing on her head, just to cover the ears and the hair coming out. That's it. Everything else, khalas. This woman goes to Green Lane and gives a lecture in Green Lane telling the people to vote for the Respect Party. So Obviously, they're not going to refute anything. These people are upon Salafiyya, ya ikhwan. And what happens is that these people who are running around sharing these pool of speakers within the UK. Okay, you can deceive the mashayikh from outside, from Riyadh or wherever they come from. You can deceive them. They come 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, gone back. Right? Catch a flight in, catch a flight out. Khalas. But you are the pool of speakers that are constantly in the UK. Abu Usama, this Muhammad Akhtar, Fatwa-Online. Who else is there? You know, and you can name Ilyas Kirmani, Murtaza Khan, Allahu Alam, Haytham Haddad. These are the pool of speakers that they all draw from. Drawing from the same pool of speakers. One thing they have in common is that they all cooperate, support each other, and support the people of Bid'ah. Another thing they have in common is their common hatred for the rest of the Salafis in the UK. Common hatred. They will attack you. They will speak ill of you. And they will unite and defend the Hizbiyah that they're upon. And then they'll say, for every action they'll bring a fatwa. It's not hard to fish for a fatwa if you want a fatwa. You can get a fatwa if you want a fatwa, ya ikhwan. But the issue is what you're doing in accordance with the Kitab and the Sunnah? And you'll find that it is not. So, be upon the truth. That's why the issue of steadfastness. The Prophet ﷺ, his hair went white. A prophet's hair goes white, ya ikhwan, because Allah commands him with istiqamah, tells you that istiqamah is not an easy affair. And that's why the mukhaddileen, the betrayers, one day they're with you, next day you say, where's Fulan gone? Oh, he's gone to the Hizbis down the road. Khalas. Another one gone. Mukhaddileen. Prophet ﷺ said, لا تزال طائفة من أمتي ظاهرين على الحق لا يضرهم من خذلهم. Does not harm them those who betray them. We're not harmed by these betrayers and these treacherous individuals. And to be honest with you, that basically answers all of the questions that have come. BaarakhaAllaahu feekum. And we'll finish upon that note. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Salam wa rahmatullah. MashaAllah.